You have more power over how much you get paid for a job that you interviewed for than you realize. And any offer that is made to you at the beginning of a conversation, that is a negotiation conversation, is just that, a conversation starter. So let's talk about how we can get your offer, the first offer that's made to you in a negotiation, up to a number that you're comfortable and happy with. Now look, I know we're all very shy people. One of the most uncomfortable things that you can expect of yourself to do is selling yourself. It feels a little sleazy. It almost feels like you're pimping yourself up and asking other people to pay you money for something that you'd rather not do. So the first thing that you need to learn to do is to separate the business version of yourself, the person that puts on the suit and the tie and dresses up for work every morning, from the person that is you, from the person that has relationships with their family, has friends, and the person that you like and adore. And let's be real, when a company is paying you money to work for them, the person they're trying to hire isn't that person that goes out and hangs out with friends, isn't that person that takes their parents out to a thoughtful dinner. It's that person that puts on a tie, that polishes their shoe to a clean shine before they head out to work and gets the job done. You're being hired for your skills, not your personality, although that helps. So get rid of this anxiety and this shyness when it comes to selling yourself and your skill set. You've worked hard and put in the effort to accumulate and amass the skill set that has gotten you the interview and that has allowed you to crush that interview. So don't be afraid to sell the living heck out of it. Okay, so you're on this first phone call with the recruiter. They're going to ask you, oh, what's a range for your expectations for the base salary, for your compensation? Do not give them a range. Tell them, hey, whatever is good for the market rate or whatever is the average market rate for somebody in my position is good for me. Because remember, in any negotiation, the person who has the upper hand is the person that isn't giving you the first number. Okay, fast forwarding to the offer stage. You've done a phenomenal job with the interview. Congratulations, the company wants to hire you and they have a budget to hire you. So let's see what happens next. A rookie mistake to be making at this stage is to be happy and content and grateful at the first offer that they send your way. And remember, no offer is finalized until the ink dries on the offer letter. That is to say that they've given you a written version of the offer letter. Now, this isn't where your negotiation or the first part of the offer stage typically begins. The first part of the offer stage is a phone call where your company is going to call you and a recruiter is going to tell you, hey, congratulations. We're really excited to tell you that we want to give you an offer and these are your offer details. They're going to give you a number and they're going to give you maybe the stock awards, like all of that stuff. They may not explicitly ask you, hey, what do you think of this offer? Are you happy? Do these numbers work for you? But this is implicit in this first verbal call. They are fully expecting you to counter with something else that you're going to be happier with. Rookie mistake number 2 is feeling like you should give them a counter offer on the call. You don't have to. The first thing you have to do is buy some time. You have to ask them, hey, when is the last date I can get back to you about whether or not I like this offer and what I think of this offer? Do not commit to accepting that offer on that first phone call. Ask them if it's okay to get a week or even a few days to think about the offer. If you've done your research and you know that they're lowballing you, tell them like, hey, I feel like this offer is something that doesn't align with my expectations and I was wondering if you could offer me something in this particular range instead, where the lower bound of that range should be really the number that your research has informed you is your market rate. And you can also tell them about this counter offer in a follow-up call or in an email after you've concluded that initial verbal offer call. You should not feel obligated to give them your counter in that very first call. Now, you can have a lot of ammunition in your arsenal if you have competing offers, or at least a competing offer, but if you don't, you still have a lot of room to negotiate, and it isn't greedy, and it is rather an irresponsible thing to do to not negotiate the offer you're given. Because remember, going from no jobs and zero income to anything that pays you may seem like an amazing bump and may really put you over the moon, but once you get that job, your base pay is not going to increase significantly even when you get promoted, and everything else like your bonuses, the percentage pay bump that you're given for a merit adjustment, or when you get promoted, all of this information is something that is calculated on your original base pay. and $10,000 or $20,000, what if you're able to negotiate into your initial compensation package will give you dividends and returns much, much further down the line for as long as you stay with the company. So don't skimp on the negotiation. And negotiate across multiple dimensions. Doctor Strange the heck out of that. You have to negotiate on the base pay. If that isn't up for grabs, then ask them if they could increase your stock awards, if you could be given a bigger stock compensation package. If that's not up for grabs, ask them if a bigger sign-on bonus is something that's on the table. If that's not up for grabs, tell them if this position is eligible for a greater percentage of the target bonus, performance bonus that you're going to be awarded at the end of every year. And remember, at the end of the day, you are your own advocate and nobody is going to fight harder for you than yourself. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.